nipple cancer, and my mom's cell phone. Which one do you guys want to hear first?
Nipple cancer! Nipple cancer!
Alright. Oh wait, it's actually nipple/anus cancer.
Oh!
So I have this weird thing about me where I literally don't think I can get hurt. Like, I think if you shot me with a gun, I could like flex hard enough and it would bounce off me. I don't know why, but I think that's just what I think. So one day I was like 13 years old, but cancer is one thing I know. It's not a joke. Like, I know it's serious. I couldn't overcome it. But anyway, I'm in my bathroom. I'm like 13 years old. I always touch myself and look in the mirror. I don't know why. I'm touching myself, and I feel like a marble in my nipple. I'm like, holy shit, I have nipple cancer. So I'm like walking around my house, like, how am I going to tell my mom that I have nipple cancer? She's going to freak out. So I'm just thinking about, shit, okay. I go to her and I'm like, Mom, I have nipple cancer. She's like, what? So we go to the doctor's office, and it's no big deal. It turns out it's like this weird thing that like 7% of like weird teens get. It's like some like nipple like marble, and it goes away. It's not there anymore. It's probably like floating around and like pop out. Alright, so that was the first scary story where I thought I was gonna die. The second one was the anus cancer. This guy in the back was looking at me like he hates this story. I think the same thing happened. So, alright, so I'm wiping my butt, that's what you do. And I feel like a lump, and I'm like, oh my god, I have anus cancer. Holy crap, what's that? I was like, get up on the mirror and get up. Oh my god! Fucking that! God damn! I like, again, I love my mom so much, but I always get disappointed. Like, she's always just like, what the fuck is wrong with you? So telling her that I had anus cancer is like really hard for me. So I sit her down, I'm like, shit, alright, Mom, I love you, but I have cancer at the anus. Like, oh, Jonathan, that's a hemorrhoid. I'm like, how does she know what that is? Alright, so that's that story. Alright, thrift store or my mom's cell phone?
Thrift store!
Thrift store? Alright. As you can tell by my wardrobe, I like to shop at thrift stores. It's like really cool. Does anybody else here like that? Yeah! Thrift stores? Alright, well, there's this one, I'm from Northern Virginia, and there's this one thrift store called Unique Thrift. Oh my god. It's like a Walmart of thrift stores. It's huge. It's so weird. And when you go in there, you will find the strangest people in there. So me and my friends go, and we like pick out like weird outfits and just like run around and like, do weird crap. But anyway, I'm walking through the aisle, and I see this grown-ass man. He's like 48 years old, laying on the ground, going like this. He's going, help. Help. His pants are around his ankles. Okay? I see his underwear and his big hairy thighs, and I'm like, whoa, what is this? And like half of his body didn't work, so I'm thinking like he had a stroke like in his life sometimes. So I'm like, oh shoot, I'll help this guy out. Help him up. Weird, like, okay, so I help him up. I'm like holding his man, and he's like, oh, thank you. He's like a drunk sailor, and I'm like pulling up his pants, and I'm like, wait, should I like button the pants for him? Because he's trying them on. So I pull him up, button his pants. He's like, oh, thank you. So I go on about my little thrift store trip, and I'm just walking around. Then like 5 minutes later, I hear this like 70-year-old man go, David, get off the floor. And he goes, sorry, Dad. And then he gets up and walks away completely fine. Nothing's wrong with it. So what this guy does is he goes to thrift stores and pretends to be paralyzed so people will pull his pants up for him and button them. How weird is that? And then I was thinking, that's such a good idea. So I went to Walmart, Target, Unique Thrift, 7-Eleven, and it was awesome. Anyway, it just felt weird getting owned by it, because I do weird shit all the time, and it was just so weird being owned by somebody else. Like, he's like the master of owning people. And then, yeah. So what story do you want to hear next? Mom's cell phone or Dad's cell phone?
Mom's cell phone!
Mom's cell phone! I don't really talk to microphones that often, so it's fun to hear my own voice. Alright, so I have a cell phone, and it's annoying. I'm always like checking it, and I hate it. It's just stupid. And my mom has a cell phone too, which is like the best thing in the world, but also the worst thing in the world, because she doesn't really understand like what a text message is. She like capitalizes like punctuation, like commas, like periods, like she cites like her references and stuff. And at the end of every text message, she says, "Love, Mom." Like she's writing some message and giving it to a carrier pigeon. I hope it gets to Jonathon. Love, Mommy. I'm like, I know it's you. It says from Mom like every time. She's like, no, it doesn't. I'm like, yes, it does. So I figured like when I send her messages back, she doesn't know if it's me or not because she doesn't check who it's from. So I just say weird shit to her all the time. She's like, who was that? Who just told me they had nipple cancer? All right, that's it. I thought you guys would laugh a lot more and I'd walk off like, yeah.